I've literally sat on makeup. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So for today's video, I thought we'd just hang out whilst I do my makeup because I've got to do that today for filming anyway. So I thought we might as well have a bit of a catch up whilst I do my makeup. So just before pressing record, I did pop on some Lucas Pawpaw ointment, which is basically a fermented papaya kind of a balm, I do believe. My family brought this pot over from Australia years ago, probably way past its sell by date, but I absolutely love it. I've got a tube downstairs in the drawer which you can get from Boots, so I will leave the English version linked down in the description, but they are cruelty free and the pot's fully recyclable, so I thought I would just share what I've been using just recently. Found the pot again in a drawer and started using it again, and I've been applying it to my scalp. Been biting my nails a lot. I've had a lot of stress by my mind, overthinking things. Yeah, I've been biting my nails like crazy, so I have been applying a little bit of this to the cuticles. Vitamin C Skin Reviver from the Body Shop as a primer. I'll pop my bunny headband on again because I've got these hairs that are just like totally in the way. I did bob it through the washing machine, come up really clean, just as soft and nice. I washed this with my reusable cotton pads. These are all my dirty reusable cotton pads. Instead of bobbing it in this little bag which comes with the set, I've got this big net bag here, and this is what I kind of wash like teddies in and bras. And not that I really wear underwire bras anymore. I've had enough of them stabbing me in my side, so I've gone for the good old comfy kind of sports bralette type style thing at the minute. Guys didn't need to know that, but hey ho, that's where my brain goes at times. So yeah, I started washing my little reusable cotton pads in this net. So whilst I did that, I just threw the bunny ears in as well because it has a zip on it. Now I would imagine you'd be able to get this from, I don't know, I know somewhere like Lakeland would probably sell them if you're in the UK, and I don't know, but probably even Amazon, like if you search for little protective washing machine net bags, I guess, washing bags, then they might come up. But because this one opens up at the top, like I'd put them in like that, then they'd end up being all over the washing machine. There, it gives them plenty of room for maneuver. So guys, I hope you all had a good Easter holidays. My goodness, I'm literally running out of this. I'm gonna have to get a new one. However, I've noticed watching my videos that this is slightly too dark for me at the moment. I am on iron tablets. I've been anemic since like Christmas time. I did a blood test and definitely a lot paler at the minute, and of course lockdown, just haven't been out in forever. Might order this one again, but a shade lighter as well. I don't know, we'll figure something out. I might end up blending a couple of shades together. Let's add a little bit of illuminating drops of glow in the mix as well. Has anybody ever used foundation.com? It's something where you can, obviously because we can't get to the shops at the minute, although today, I think the shops are open today, aren't they? But I don't know how makeup counters are going to work with testing foundations, whether that's going to be a thing just yet. I'm not too sure. So foundation.com is this website where you can basically match up a foundation with a foundation that you've used before, if you can remember the brand and the number. Years and years and years ago, I used to use, I think it was 05 Nude in, I think it's Clarins. I popped that in and it actually came up that I should be using Barley Vanilla, which a lot of my Body Shop friends happen to be Barley Vanilla. But when I went to the Body Shop store, I got matched with Sahara Light. There's a good few shades in between Barley Vanilla and Sahara Light, but I'm thinking while I am this pale, I might actually be Barley Vanilla. Can't get samples of foundation, which is, it's really frustrating. It would be easier when somebody wants foundation to be able to have a little sample of it. I think that'd be absolutely fantastic, but you can't actually get samples of the foundation, so I tend to use foundation.com to match up foundations. So yeah, if you've used it before, let me know how you got on 7 or 8 years ago. I was shopping. I wanted a new foundation. I couldn't afford the Clarins one at the time because the Clarins one was like about £34. I just couldn't afford that. I came across the Fresh Nude foundation and literally it is such an amazing dupe. I find it so very similar, just as good as this Clarins one that I was using, and the Fresh Nude foundation is like £16. I can't remember what the foundation was called, so I will leave it linked down below if I can. The Body Shop Fresh Nude foundation is literally a dupe for this Clarins one that I used to use, and I haven't looked back. I really haven't. I just absolutely love it. If I did a half and half, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I'd love to do a half and half, but I'm not sure if Clarins is cruelty free or not, and it's a lot of flipping money, and to be honest, I don't have the money at the minute for expensive foundation. However, I would really love to try the Flawless Filter. Is it by Charlotte Tilbury? It's not actually meant to be a foundation. I think it's more meant to be like a kind of primer, but people have been using it as foundation and it looks absolutely beautiful. But again, really expensive, but I'd love to try it. I really would. So I don't know, maybe birthday, Christmas or something, maybe I will try it, but until then I'll be sticking with my Fresh Nude foundation, which is SPF 15, and I absolutely love it, so can't complain. Do you know what? I'm going to use the little brush on the end of this for once. So this is the Body Shop 2-in-1 gel liner. How was everyone's Easter and bank holiday? On my last video I was filming was the Urban Decay Smoky Eye Palette. In that video I was saying how I wasn't sure on lockdown restrictions and stuff and exactly when things were lifting, and then Johnny's mum invited us round for Easter Sunday for dinner in the garden, and that was kind of like the first I knew that we could do that. So we did go around on Easter Sunday and spend the Sunday afternoon with them in the garden, and then on Tuesday it was a really hot day and the kids were like, can we go to the beach tomorrow? And I'd seen on Facebook everyone was having days out, so I kind of googled what we were allowed to do, and we could actually do it, but then it was just like snowing and stuff, so we never made it to the beach. But we did have a day out the following Tuesday. I managed to book tickets because you've got to book for everything, and Harlow Car was fully booked up. So I booked to go to Harlow Car in a couple of weeks. I think the end of this month I'm going to Harlow Car on a weekend for a day out because it's fully booked over the Easter holidays, and we love to go there because they often have like giant lint bunny and an Easter hunt for the kids, which is normally really fun. So we normally like to do that at Easter, but that was fully booked, so I couldn't get in there. So then the only place I could get into was Fountains Abbey National Trust. You had to book a time slot to go in, but once you're in you can stay all day. We got there and it literally started snowing, but we all loved the snow. It was good. Fred was literally wanting to go home from the minute we got there. We were only there for about an hour and a half, and we're normally there for a few hours, but yeah, it was literally like an hour and a half in the snow, but it was absolutely gorgeous. So we did have one day out in the Easter holidays, and we could have done more. We could have gone to Bolton Abbey. That was bookable, so we could have done that. They have amazing Easter trail with giant bunnies. Some of them are like Batman, some of them are like the trolls and Peter Rabbit and everything. There's so many different bunnies on the trail. We've done that one before. That one's really fun. We could have gone there. Yeah, we ended up just having the one day out because Fred didn't even really enjoy that day out, so there wasn't any point paying for a day out when nobody really wanted to do it. I think I might go in with 02 medium fair this week. It's a bit more pinker. I felt like the 01 fair was a little bit too yellow tone for me last week, so even though this one is slightly darker, I'm going to go in with this one for concealer today. So this is the Serum Concealer, and like I said before, it's a concealer, not a primer. I do need to get a primer. Does anyone else keep jam jars and drink out of them? My dad hates it because I think, is it baby boomers? Is he the baby boomer generation? He was born in the 50s when the rations were still going on for a few years, and he hates jam jars because I think all they had to drink out of was jam jars back then, and so he hates it when he comes to my house and all I've got in the cupboard is jam jars. I do have other glasses, but over the years they just get smashed, don't they? So I just keep my jam jars because I really like it. This was a Branston pickle jar that we used up the other week, so this is my latest jar in my collection. I don't always drink out of a straw either, but I just find that when I'm doing makeup videos, it's really helpful. Today, we're going naked again. This is the Naked 3 Urban Decay eye palette. If it is still available, I'll leave it linked down below. I'm not too sure if it is or not, so yeah, I'll leave it in the description if it is still around. Beautiful palette. Like, look at those absolutely gorgeous neutral colours. They're just so blooming gorgeous. And then of course this does come with a brush as well. I think because I went dark last week, I'll keep it nice and pretty and light today. This one here is called Limit in the crease. I think I'll pop some shimmery into this look as well because they're just so stunning. I really want the stoned palette. Like, my goodness, that just looks absolutely beautiful. I love a good shimmer. I do find though, as we get older, our eyes tend to prefer matte looks, but I do think you can still get away with a little bit of shimmer in the corner and just in the middle of the lid as well. But for all over shimmery eyes, that's kind of, in my own personal opinion, I find that my eyes are starting to crease a little bit. So I find that shimmers tend to accentuate that. So kind of going for a bit more mattes at the minute, but then still having like shimmers on the lower lid. But yeah, this palette is so pretty. Like, how gorgeous is that colour? I just absolutely love that. Do you know, I might put newness. Oh, that is stunning. That is so pretty. I always like to soften with a fluffy brush the edges of where the shadows end, just kind of blend it out a little bit, but also soften it too. Do you know, my hand is really cramping up. I fell at Harewood House on the grass. Literally, I might have said this before, but Freya on a ride, turned round, fell in a rabbit hole on Johnny's birthday, literally about, my goodness, it's a VW festival, and it must have been about 5-6 years ago because Johnny had his Golf at the time. And yeah, I literally fell on the grass, really injured myself. I probably should have gone to hospital because I was in pain all day. It went numb, pins and needles for literally a few weeks after. Summer holidays, really hot. I think Freddie was a baby, and I didn't want to go through sitting in the doctor's surgery with a baby and a child in the hot summer. Anyway, it was years ago, a few years ago now, and I fell, and about a year later, I couldn't plank, couldn't put my weight down. It got worse and worse, and I ended up going to physiotherapy. Long story short, I ended up having surgery on it, and I kind of wish I hadn't done now because I found yesterday I was chopping sprouts and my hand kind of really cramped up in a really kind of awkward, clunky kind of jointy way. And then just holding my eye palette today is really painful. I did have a ganglion cyst at first. I had 2 steroid injections in it. That got rid of the ganglion cyst, and then he rooted around in the operation about a year later and kind of cut some nerves in there to kind of stop the pain because I was just in constant pain. January or February 2019 I had the surgery. April 2021, and yeah, it's causing me a lot of kind of problems. So I don't know, guys, what do you do in those situations? I mean, I tried physiotherapy for a good year, 2 years, it didn't work, and kind of resorted to, you know, when you're in a lot of pain and you couldn't do burpees, couldn't do planks, got to the point where I couldn't even like put weight on my hands to get out of the bath or just even lean on a table or anything. It was literally like, it was that painful that I suppose when you're at that point you kind of do have surgery. But guys, yeah, I don't know, what do you do in these situations? I guess I'm just gonna have to do physio on it again, and just really, I've got like this ball that you can kind of like squeeze, and you can use like Play-Doh and stuff, so maybe I'll just start doing loads of physiotherapy on it again. I mean, let's face it, 2020, no one left the house. I didn't exercise during 2020, so yeah, I just need to look after myself a bit more and eat better foods. So I'm gonna go in with the brush that came in the set now. Let's go in for a bit of shimmer. Do you know, I think I'm gonna pop this one here, which is Buzz, and just pack that onto the middle there. Now, of course, I've not got a cut crease, I've not got primer on there, so we are literally just, it's going on to the little bit of concealer which I had. So if you were to use an Urban Decay primer underneath, then of course these colours would stand out a lot more. It makes them last longer, or I think they do. Things like shimmers definitely stand out a lot more with an eye primer. So I'm going to use the other side of this brush and go into Burnout, which is another gorgeous shimmery colour, and kind of bob that in the inner corner. Oh, so pretty. So you can see this eye look is just very elegant, but if you did have the primer on underneath, this would just stand out so much more, the shimmers. I think I've got a little bit of this thing now. Does anyone watch Caroline Hiron's lives at 5 o'clock on Instagram? I absolutely love them when I got a chance to watch them. Sometimes I'll watch them while I am doing tea in the kitchen, but then my Wi-Fi is really bad in the kitchen. I always have to put it on 4G, and she's talking about her eye surgery in one of the lives, and it's kind of like the tear ducts. Now I really feel like when I've been editing my videos back recently, and I think I noticed it more because I recently watched her live and she was on about her surgery that she had, but literally I've noticed when I'm editing the videos on this eye, it kind of looks around here that I have got a little bit of kind of protruding. So I wonder, now this can happen when you give birth apparently, like, you know, you're really kind of like squeezing a human out of you, and I think that pressure can cause the tear ducts to kind of pop through, basically. Not doctor, not medical, this is just what I remember her saying from her live, but then I'm not quoting her either, it's just literally what I took on from this live that I think she said. I did go on and watch her YouTube video about it afterwards as well, actually. So I wonder how many people went and watched her video after she was talking about it. But yeah, I really do think here, and maybe a little bit on here as well, just a little bit of kind of protruding. Can you see it? Just there, it just looks a little bit not quite right, if you get me. So I wonder if I can, you can definitely see it when I do that, a little kind of lump here. I wonder if when I was pushing Freddie out, whether I did do that, and I kind of remember a nurse maybe saying something at the time, but that it didn't look serious, so I kind of didn't think about it until recently editing videos, noticing it, and then which has kind of made me realise as well about the whole shimmers and creasing as well, because you know, my eyes are not the spring chickens that they once were. So when I edit, I notice everything. Like literally, I'm looking at my face, editing for a good like few hours on these videos. So I do notice these things. And yeah, just over the last few weeks of editing, I have, especially makeup, I just shook my brush on the floor, especially makeup videos, I have noticed this little protrusion here. So yes, could it be? Kind of reflect what is above, as above so below. Strange, kind of help blend out the colours as well that I've used. You've got any of the Naked palettes? I've got quite a few, but there are some, obviously the new ones that I do want to get. Let me know which is your favourite Urban Decay Naked palette down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what is your favourite, or what has been your favourite over the years, if you are a bit of a collector of them like myself. The last Urban Decay palette I bought, I believe, was the smoky one that I showed you. I'll leave that video link down below if you've not seen it, but I think that was the most recent one that I bought, and that was quite a few years ago now. So I don't know, maybe for my birthday I will get the Stoned palette and maybe even the Cherry palette. I just really like them, and I haven't treated myself to makeup as a treat for quite a while. If I get any birthday money or anything, I might treat myself to one of the newer palettes. I've literally just put fresh bedding on this morning before filming, and got shimmer waves all over it, like literally. I had the shimmer waves on the bed, obviously its top broke off ages ago, and I had tweezers on top of it. I threw my makeup bag on top of it, raked it all, and of course I have now got shimmer waves all over my nice clean bedding. But I must say, the kids come watch films in here, hot chocolates, you name it, so I'm always having to wash and change the sheets. Oh, I've literally sat on makeup as well, like I am so messy, guys. For blusher, I'm gonna go in with these shimmer waves. This is my favourite one in O2 blush. You know, it's really funny, I was watching, I love the Welsh twins, and I was watching their kind of spoof video for April Fool's Day spoof video when Robert, the makeup artist, was literally like, and this is the blusher that I use every day. So this is just everyday blusher, whatever he said. I thought, oh my goodness, that is literally me and my shimmer wave. So yeah, I'm going to use Shimmer Waves and O2 blush, my ultimate favourite blusher, angled blusher brush, and like always I'm just going to sweep all over and apply like I always do. Do you know, I haven't put bronzer on today, have I? I love watching them both, like skincare and makeup, James and Robert. But yeah, I absolutely love the Welsh twins. They're just really funny. I love it. So hilarious. So they're both very well versed and their knowledge is fantastic, and then they come together and do their spoofy videos. I just find it so entertaining. Like, me and Freya love watching them. So that was the Shimmer Waves, the blusher that I use every day. So I thought today I'm going to use a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury. So this is the Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight the set. It says bronze, apply bronze to cheek hollows, temples, jawline, sides and tip of nose and blend. And then the glow, apply highlighter to top cheekbone, centre of nose, bow of lips and your brow bone to give you a candle lit skin. Oh, how fabulous. So Charlotte Tilbury again is cruelty free, so is Urban Decay. On this channel we're all about cruelty free. So yeah, this I purchased. I remember treating myself years ago when I actually had money. I don't have money at the moment. When I could splash the cash a little bit more, then I did treat myself to this. I think Freddie must have been a baby when I got this, and yeah, it was very expensive. I got this and this brush at the time as a set, and I did recently come across this and I thought, wow, my goodness, I used to spend a lot on makeup. Should we try and do a little bit of, I'm a little bit scared, should we do highlight first and then, or should we try and do a little bit of sculpting? This scares me. Like, go onto the blusher. Now I know you should probably do this before blush, so guys, don't judge me, but we'll just add a little bit. It does scare me a bit. Like, literally, I'm not a sculptress. I am not one for sculpting, but you know, we said we'd try it out again, but I will try and do it better another time. What did she say? Cheekbones, hollows, temples, so we'll add a little bit to the temples, you know, get it on those temples. And what else did she say? Jawline, sides and tip of nose. Right, see this in all the makeup videos on YouTube, don't you? A little bit of a nose contouring. And blush on the nose as well. I don't blush my nose because my nose already goes blush coloured naturally. I always end up with a pink nose, so I tend to kind of make the nose not look pink as much as possible because it will naturally just turn pink. But yeah, we always seem to have nose contouring and blush on the nose on YouTube. Oh, tapping again and go under the jawline. Oh! I always used to be scared of like jawline, of that kind of, you know, the old teenagers kind of foundation, far too thick, heavy and dark for the skin, and then this kind of like whole, loads of girls at my school literally had this. There was one girl in particular, bless her. I ended up meeting her later on in life and she was actually a really nice girl. She always had like this orange and then like this white neck, like the foundation totally didn't match. So like bronzer at first and stuff used to really scare me going under the neck, but we're trying to kind of get rid of that double chin of mine by sculpting around the neck, but I haven't put too much on. Like I say, I am a little bit scared of sculpting, but so far it's going okay, I think. Wipe the excess off and then we'll go for highlight, which I absolutely love and I do every time I wear makeup. So now we're gonna highlight. Highlight is something I am versed at. So yeah, oh, it's so pretty. It is kind of gold light. It's so beautiful, this highlighter. I just love it. So we'll put some on there as well. Nose. So highlight is more where light will naturally hit your face. So I mean, obviously it looks highlighted now because I've done it, but the light generally hits here on your nose, Cupid's bow. This kind of accentuates your Cupid's bow as well. You see your brow bone as well. Your brow bone sticks out and it just adds a little bit of something to the eye look as well. So I normally just do that. Probably not the way, but that's kind of what I naturally do when I do my highlight. I kind of used to go down the forehead as well, but yeah, maybe we don't need this light hit my forehead. Not really. It kind of tends to hit here and here, doesn't it? So yeah, that is the highlight, but it's so kind of golden and just really pretty. I do feel like this is pretty. If you want a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, then definitely the Body Shop coconut bronze that you see me use. Oh my goodness, we're wobbling all over the place. I literally kicked the stand as I went up to get this. So this is Coconut Glistening Glow Bronze from the Body Shop, and this, I believe it's like £16. I've got a whole video on this. I use this all the time. So if you are wanting a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, then this is pretty much a fantastic dupe. It lasts absolute ages, and yeah, let's compare them side by side. So the shades are a little bit different. I think you can get different shades of this. I'm not too sure. I'll leave them both linked down below anyway, so you can check them both out. But can you see how this is pretty much a dupe for this one here? This is really expensive and this is like a fraction of the price. So yeah, depending on your budget and what you like, then there's Coconut Bronze from the Body Shop, Glistening Glow, and then the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Sculpt Set. I don't know. There you go. So with this one, brush wise, I did used to use this one quite a lot, the Charlotte Tilbury one. You can use the angled blusher brush from the Body Shop on its side there, get the top tip, or there is a pointed highlighter brush from the Body Shop, or any highlighter brush that you like. But yeah, I just think that is a fantastic dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one, because Charlotte Tilbury one is beautiful, but it does come as a price. So, really boring if I use Nairobi Camellia again. Is that really boring? I think this one is far too pink. Like, oh my goodness. This is California Rose. Like, literally, that is so pale pink on me. It's just how bright it comes out. I bought it thinking it'd be really pretty, kind of nude rose colour, and look, it's really bright, isn't it? In fact, yeah, it's really bright. I don't know. Does it look nice on my lips? Should we pop it on? Do you want to see the California Rose on today, or shall we go for Nairobi Camellia? Just love this one. This one came in the advent calendars, and this one is actually coming out as, am I allowed to say it yet? I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but yeah, something special is happening with this colour, shall we just say? Let's go for Nairobi Camellia. I feel like a broken record, but I really need to get more lip glosses again. Oh, it's just so pretty. I just love it. It's one of those shades that just goes with so many different eye looks. Do you know this eye look here reminds me quite a lot of the Shimmer Waves palette. So if we look at this palette here, it's got quite a few similar tones in, hasn't it? So yeah, that is quite a Shimmer Waves look that I have gone for, isn't it? Like, seriously. So maybe this could be a dupe for this as well, but I feel like the Urban Decay naked palettes are good value for what they are, and they're often on offer as well. Like, there's often in store and such online, there's often like from different various shops, there's always like offers on and stuff. So I always think they're really good value, and the fact that you get a brush with them, you know, they're always about around the 40 something pound mark, aren't they? When they're on offer, you can always get them from in the 30s, and I think they're really worth it with the brush. They're both cruelty free, and this one is £16. Like I say, I use this as a blusher all the time. I have done eye looks with this, so yeah, £16, 40 odd pounds. You know, I think they're both worth the value of both of them, to be honest. I'm always digressing, aren't I? But I just notice these things as we go along. So I'm going to use Perversion again. Love this. This was literally my favourite mascara for years and years and years. Of course, I've been using a lot of the Body Shop mascaras, which I absolutely love as well. The Body Shop ones are slightly cheaper. Like, the Body Shop ones are around £12. This one is like £22, I think, £21, £22. So, you know, there is a bit of a difference there. I think if you wanted a Body Shop mascara, then the Super Volume mascara would be the nearest to this. Yeah, I've cried in this mascara. I've laughed. Oh, look what I've just done. Jeez. Oh, guys, I'm going to have to clear that up, aren't we? I'm going to let it dry and then I'm going to clear it up. And I just do one layer of mascara as well. Lots of people like to do 2 layers. I like to keep it kind of natural, but like I've got mascara on and do the 1 layer. However, just for fun, should we do 2 layers and then you can see how bold it is. Bearing in mind, this mascara has been open for quite some time. You know, longer than the standard 3 months chuck away, buy a new one, because I can't always afford to use the 3 months chuck away and buy a new one. But guys, that is kind of what you're meant to do for germs and everything. So yeah, that isn't even fully 2 layers, is it? Because I didn't even dip it back in for the second eye, but that is the mascara. I always used to use cotton buds to kind of clear up any mascara mishaps, maybe any eyeliner mishaps as well, and elongate, oh geez, I can't speak, but to kind of perfect and elongate eyeliner as well, I would always kind of use a cotton bud. I haven't done that for a while because I don't want to be using products unnecessarily. However, they are becoming more and more eco-friendly, aren't they, cotton buds? Like, they're making them with paper, cardboard kind of inners, making them more recyclable. And you can get the ones that you can just wash and use, so I might try them out. So what I do is I get a spoolie. This has got some eyebrows on it. Excuse my eyebrows. And I would just literally remove it with this. Now, it does rub a little bit at your face and it has brought a little bit of makeup off. I just kind of do that. And then what I will do is, with my foundation brush that I used before, it's just got any remnants of foundation on from me doing my makeup, I will just pop that on. Maybe if I've got any remnants on this from doing my makeup, then I will just do that. And then because it was on like the kind of highlighty areas, I won't add any more highlighter to my brush. I will just go over like that. Same if it was on my eyelid as well, I would literally just spoolie it off and then just with whatever excess is on the brush, just go over as well. So that is how I get rid of any mascara that I end up drawing all over my face. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just thought it'd be really nice to kind of hang out and chat with you guys. I've got to get ready to film a empties video anyway and do my makeup, so I thought I might as well hang out and chat with you all whilst I get ready for filming my next video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. I will leave link down below the empties video that I'm just about to film now too. So guys, take care. I hope you had a wonderful Easter holidays and I'll see you all next Tuesday. Thanks guys, bye!